Hello everybody, welcome back to the Nara channel. Today we're doing something different. We're doing an F1 25 career mode. We've signed with Alpine for the 2025 season, and we're going to be doing the full 2025 calendar, full driver lineup, everything. Obviously I will be taking Jack Doohan's place at Alpine in season 1. So let's go to the grid reveal. So there is our 2025 grid, and you may have noticed that the Ferrari drivers were in white suits, and that is because the Ferrari has had a livery change. The Ferrari has decided to get rid of the blue and go with the black, and also they've got a nice white and red paint scheme just for the Melbourne Grand Prix, just to kick off the season. And this is what the livery looks like, and we've also got the Williams with a new livery as well for this season. They've come back with Golf, and I think this one looks really nice as well, so it's going to be good to see them on track. But this career mode videos will come out, I don't know what times or anything, but we'll try to get as many hours as we can at the same time. Well, not at the same time, but you know what I mean. Yeah, this is the Williams livery, looks pretty cool. And yeah, we'll kick off with Melbourne very shortly. We'll get into FP1, and I'm looking forward to this career mode. So just remember, if you want to see more career modes or anything on games, let me know, and we can try to do it. We're going to do a NASCAR 25 career mode as well when that game comes out, so stay tuned for that. For now, let's head to FP1.
The long wait is over. This is it, a brand new season. And before the show gets well and truly underway, we've got the all-important matter of a free practice session. It's great to be back.
So here we are for FP1
Okay, mate,
in the career mode.
first running of the real car. Now I know it's a big ask, but let's get some useful data and get you used to how the practice sessions work. Let's start the season as we mean to go on, eh? I know we can have a great year, so let's go.
So a one and done lap in FP1. Just going to get used to the car to kick off the career mode. As you see, Carlos Sainz and the Williams ahead of us. Just trying to get the hang of the car as we actually run over most of the curb there in turn 1. Just getting the hang of the car in FP1. Obviously we're on the hard tyres, so we're not expecting too much. Just getting a lap under our belt, and it's looking pretty good so far. We go purple sector 1, and we're right to the back of Carlos Sainz down the DRS zone. We're going to actually try and make the move on Carlos Sainz to the outside, switch back to the inside, and we'll get past the Williams car of Carlos Sainz. He probably won't be too happy with that. As we come to finish the lap here in FP1, purple sector 1 and 2, we'll come to the line. What's the lap time going to be? It's a 1:23.540, which will end FP1 with a one and done situation. And looks like we're about 2.5 seconds off the pace, so yeah, 2.6 seconds off the pace, but we're into qualifying. Hopefully we have a better run there.
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
So let's see what we can do here in qualifying. Don't have many high hopes for this, but hopefully we can get a good lap in as our lap starts now as we hit the run down to turn 1 for our first qualifying lap as a Formula 1 driver. Heading into sector 2 now, green sector 1, and a bit wide there. We get into the grass at that corner exit, and that's probably going to stuff us up for this lap, so we'll probably have to try another lap later in the session. Through the final sector now, so we'll come to the line. What will the lap time be? Is it going to be good enough to get us into Q2? Bit of a slip and slide there at the exit of the second to last turn. Down the front straight, the run to turn 1. What's the lap time going to be? To the line, a 121.998. We'll try again. 7 seconds. Are we going to make it to the line? Can we make it back in time? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We're not going to make it as we tap the wall. We're not going to make it, so we're going to be starting 20th for the Grand Prix. I'm not happy with that at all. I mistimed it in the end, but it's okay. We'll start 20th. We've got a lot of work to do as Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc top the board. Ollie Behrman in third is pretty crazy to see, as Albon, Hadjar, Gasly and Bortoleto all out in Q1. So we'll try to get a good result in the race.
The winter is over. It's time for Formula 1 2025. Yes, that long break that you've all been coping with so well can now be put to the back of your minds. It's on-track action and it's off-track drama. That's what we're looking forward to. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit, 3.28 miles around, with the streets making for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 14 corners around the lake, with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Leclerc, and Sir Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Tsunoda, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Ocon, Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll, and Behrman, Lawson, Albon, Isaac Hadjar, and Pierre Gasly, Bortoleto, and Taylor. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, former racing driver herself, Naomi Schiff. As much as I like testing, and I do love testing, and I've really enjoyed the build-up here and all the speculation, I really want to see some action. And finally today, we get some proper action on the track.
This is always such an exciting time in the season. First of all, it's the first time they'll be racing their new cars. So that's always an exciting thing for drivers to look forward to. But also, they've had a long time off during the winter break. So it's about dusting the cobwebs off, getting the rust off of their bones, and really getting their elbows out there and having some fun.
Alright, here we go. It is race time. We'll get into the formation lap, and then we'll get ready to go for the Melbourne Grand Prix. What can we do? We start off the back. Can we get to the front? And I doubt we'll win the race, but hopefully we can bring home some points, as the strategy is going to be mediums to hards as we get set for the formation lap.
Right, here we go then. The formation lap gets underway as the drivers prepare themselves for the first race of a brand new Formula 1 season. Each driver will be hoping to start this season on a high note.
Verstappen leads the race. He'll be starting off a pole. Piastri second. Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton. Your top 5.
As the cars make their way back to the starting grid to form up and get ready for lights out, let's hope the race ahead today is a thrilling one that will go down as a memorable Grand Prix in the history books.
Here we go. 5 red lights. There's lights out and away we go. The run for turn 1. We're making up a bunch of spots on the start. Really good start from us. We move up to 15th. 14th now. We're moving through the pack in the opening lap. Back to 15th. Oliver Bierman with a battle now. Verstappen still leading the way. Side by side with Ollie Bierman. Now Stroll. We get past Stroll. He shoves us off the track a bit of contact with Lance Stroll. We'll fall back into the 14th spot, and now we'll just chase, stay behind Lance Stroll as we do get back in front of him. Did a bit of contact there as we head into lap number 2. We're sitting in 13th behind Kimi Antonelli and Esteban Ocon at the moment. A really great start. We jumped 7 positions off the opening lap. Incredible start to this race. As Stroll, he's coming back. Halfway through lap number 2, down the long back straight, DRS enabled. Can we get to Kimi Antonelli?
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push.
Closing a bit of time on Antonelli and Ocon. Bit of a mistake there. We'll drop back a bit behind Antonelli. Stroll still behind us. Bierman in 15th. But leading the way, it is Max Verstappen followed by Oscar Piastri. Lando Norris has fallen back down to about 5th place at this time. Looks like Oscar's actually taken the move and he'll lead the charge over Verstappen. So a really good start from Piastri as he just sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. As we're still sitting 13th. Halfway through lap 3 now, we're getting to the back of Esteban Ocon. Is there going to be a move? Can we make the move? Can we make it work? Down the back straight to the inside of Esteban Ocon. He's giving us no room, almost in the grass. We're going to make the inside work and we're going to get past Esteban Ocon. Clear past Esteban Ocon. And we'll get DRS off this as well. Sitting in behind Antonelli. Nico Hulkenberg in the top 10. A really good effort from Hulkenberg so far. He had a really good qualifying as he did get overtaken by Kimi Antonelli. It's the tyres at this stage. Lap number 5. The tyres are absolutely cooked as we're sitting behind Hulkenberg.
Engine very hot. Let's try
and get told by our engineer.
Cool things down.
The engine is very warm, very hot. Lap number 5 still sitting behind Hulkenberg. Antonelli in the 10th place position. That's Carlos Sainz. Oh, sorry, that's... Yes, it is Sainz. It's either Sainz or Albon ahead of Antonelli in the 9th place spot. Here we go, the run down the back straight to the outside. We got the move. What a move. We get past Nico Hulkenberg to move into 11th. What a move. We jump into 11th, but
understood. Copy that.
It stays for now as Hulkenberg. We make a bit of a mistake there. Hulkenberg gets back in front of us. So the chase is on down the front straight to get back around Nico Hulkenberg. As at this stage the tyres are just starting to fall off and we just got no pace. Still no pace in the car. No, the tyres have just fallen off. We got nothing for Hulkenberg anymore. As I say that, down the DRS zone, big move, big dive to the inside of Nico Hulkenberg. We're going to get the move done. Nico holding on the outside, down the inside. We'll take the move. We'll take it back into P11. As the run into turn 1, side by side with Ollie Bierman. Tyres were falling off, so we're falling all the way down to 15th in just a couple of laps. As we're going to have a run on Ollie Bierman. Here we go, down the DRS straight. We're going to make the move on Oliver Bierman. Here we go, to the inside. Contact, we're around. We've spun it. We've spun it in our rookie race. We've fallen back to 19th after a self-spin. Unbelievable. That is not what we wanted to do at all. We're going to fall back to 19th, 5 seconds behind Isaac Hadjar. And that move, that was 100% on me. I just dived it down on the inside of Ollie Bierman and took myself out. But we'll just continue. Back in the 20th spot, we'll pit now as the tyres at this stage are absolutely cooked. So we'll take the pit stop. As we sit in 20th at the moment. It was looking so well. Until that moment with Ollie Bierman, who's now in 19th after pitting. Just not what we wanted to do at all. We did not want that self-spin. With contact with Bierman, we went around and that's killed our race. But We're sitting in 20th at the moment. The run, it's not over. We can catch up. We need a safety car if anything, but we can catch up as Pierre Gasly's in the pits, our teammate. Are we gonna beat Pierre out? The run to turn 1, we're not gonna beat our teammate out, but we're gonna come out right in front of him, right behind him, sorry, and we almost run into the back of him. Good reflexes to not, as the run into turn 3. We're going to have a big dive on Pierre Gasly. We did that to Behrman and it didn't end up well last time, but we got the move done. We got past Pierre Gasly, our teammate, to move into 19th, and the team probably not happy with that move, but, well, we got into 19th off it, so we're not mad. The team might be mad though, but we are catching Ollie Behrman and Liam Lawson in 17th and 18th. Fellow Kiwi on the grid and Liam Lawson. Gabriel Bortoleto in the 15th spot. Hadjar did box before he went on to medium, so he'll be back into 19th. Big dive on Nico Hulkenberg to get into 17th. That move was very aggressive, but we got it done on lap 19. Ahead of Nico Hulkenberg now. Just behind Ollie Behrman. 3.4 seconds up the road is Behrman. Lawson 3.6. We are catching slowly. Bortoleto is also up there. The 3-car battle as Oscar Piastri sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Really up and down race for us so far. We're sitting in 17th with 11 laps to go. Norris sets the fastest lap. Hulkenberg going to have a go. He'll go right around the outside. We'll try fight back around the outside. We get the move done on Nico Hulkenberg. Great move there to keep P17 over the kick Sauber of Nico Hulkenberg. I did hear rumours about Nico Hulkenberg next season potentially retiring or either staying with Kick Sauber, either retiring or staying. That's what I heard. Battle with Hadjar on lap 21. Something happened to Hadjar. He fell behind Hulkenberg, but it is interesting to hear about Hulkenberg either retiring next year or staying with Kick Sauber. Well, actually, which would be Audi next year. So look forward to seeing Hulkenberg either out of the car or in the Audis. Smoke from the Aston Martin. Looks like Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll is out with a mechanical failure. Lance Stroll. Oh, he was running in the points. It was a really good weekend for Lance Stroll, and he's nothing he can do there. He's had a mechanical failure, and he's out of the Australian Grand Prix, which is going to promote us to 12th after a couple more cars pitted on lap 23. At this point, the hard compound tyres, they're cooked as well. They are absolutely cooked. As Ocon on the mediums, fresh mediums, he's right behind us. Big dive by Esteban Ocon, using all of the track as the Haas machine of Esteban Ocon, trying to get the move done. And we're just a tractor at this point. We got the whole field behind us with 3 laps to go. Make that 2 to run in the Australian Grand Prix. We're a sitting duck down the DRS straight. Here comes Ocon to the inside. Can't quite make the move. We'll power him out on the brakes. Into the DRS zone again. We got to watch Esteban Ocon. He might have a dive bomb here. Big dive by Esteban Ocon. No. As we watch, looks like Lando Norris. Smoke from the McLaren. Oh no, big issues from the McLaren. Lando Norris had a mechanical failure after running P2 with just 2 laps to go. What has happened to the McLaren? He's not going to be happy with that at all, as that's going to put Hamilton to 2nd, Leclerc to 3rd. Unbelievable. Norris is out, but that's a good thing for us, because that's going to put us into P11. Just one spot shy of the points tonight. Esteban Ocon still, he's right behind us. He's all over us as we'll final 2 laps of this race. Lando Norris, he was running P2 and behind his teammate Oscar Piastri. Now he is out of this Grand Prix. Unbelievable. Did not expect the McLaren to have an engine failure in the first race, as Ocon's going to get to our inside. We'll overpower him in the braking zone and we'll get back around Esteban Ocon through the final sector, coming to the final lap of the Melbourne Grand Prix. What a race it's been. We had a self-spin. We got up to 14th. Ocon's going to shove us off the track. My goodness. We're not happy with that. We're going to dive bomb Esteban Ocon. Get the position back. But what a race it's been. We started 20th. We got up to, I think it was 13th at a point. Tyres were falling off. We fell back to 15th. Then we had a collision with Beerman and we spun out. And then we've came back to P11. What a drive. What a race it's been for us in Alpine. As we look at Oscar Piastri, who rounds the final turn to win the Melbourne Grand Prix, his home race for the first time. Oscar Piastri wins the season opener at Melbourne. What a drive from Oscar. 13-second lead, but second place in his debut for Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton is going to come through the final corner in the white and red Ferrari. And he'll take P2. A podium, a double podium for Ferrari. Checkered flag. Lewis Hamilton finishes second. Charles Leclerc finishes third. Max Verstappen fourth. George Russell fifth. What a run from Carlos Sainz in seventh. As we'll come through, can we protect P11 over Nico Hulkenberg and Esteban Ocon? The race is not over. Just one sector to go for us. Can we hang on to get P11 in our first race as a Formula 1 driver? Through the final sector, our tyres are on 78%, the left rear, 78% worn. These tyres were absolutely cooked at the end of the race. We were driving a tractor at the end of the race. Through the final corner, checkered flag, we'll hang on P11 in our first race as a Formula 1 driver. We will happily take that after a self spin.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
And finish and starting 20th, P11. What a drive. And we also finish off with driver of the day in our first career race. That is awesome. Super, super happy with that.
And it's the checkered flag for your Grand Prix race winner, Oscar Piastri.
To take the win at the first race of the season, now that is important. You get straight in to your competitor's head and they now know that you are the one to beat.
Piastri celebrates with his team as he just won his home Grand Prix for the first time in his career.
What a day it's been for Formula 1 and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Time for our drivers to celebrate. They give out trophies for the winners. Today, they're Oscars. Your winner today, Oscar Piastri.
McLaren will be happy but also sad as Lando Norris did have a mechanical failure, but Oscar Piastri won his home Grand Prix. Double podium for Ferrari, as I'm sure they'll be leading the constructors after that. Amazing race from Ferrari, amazing race from Oscar Piastri as he wins his home Grand Prix for the first time. And that is a great way to end our first race of our F1 career. So we take a look at the finishing order here. Oscar Piastri, Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, the podium, Max Verstappen, George Russell were at top 5, Yuki Tsunoda in 6th, Carlos Sainz 7th, Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon, Kimi Antonelli end the top 10. And thank you all for watching today's episode. We'll be back in China for round 2. The season is just getting started. Hopefully we can rack up some decent points with the sprint race in China as well. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you next episode in China for the Chinese Grand Prix.